Most companies confuse positioning problems with marketing problems. It feels like they're doing everything they're supposed to do. The site looks good, the ads look good, the content is there, there's a ton of activity, but nothing is really happening. Months go by, and there's still this feeling, is this actually working? In most cases, the issue isn't the quality of the work, it's the thinking behind the positioning. And that changes everything. Marketing only works when it's clear. It's not just what you do, but how you fit and why you're a better choice. That's positioning, why you're a better choice than your competitor. You have to ask yourself, who are we really actually competing with? Are we different in a way that matters? And how do people feel the moment they see our brand? If those things aren't clear, everything that comes after that starts to drift. And this is where most companies go wrong. They skip the most important part, the positioning. And when things aren't working, what do? They assume the problem's with the creative. So they redesign the logo. They rebuild the website. They change the ads. Now everything looks better, or maybe just different. But it feels great, but the results stay the same. That's because creative doesn't fix strategy. It amplifies that. Let that sink in. Creative doesn't fix strategy. It amplifies it. So what does that mean? If the thinking is unclear, you're just making the confusion louder. That's why you see so much high quality creative that doesn't work. Maybe it gets attention, maybe it gets clicks, maybe not. But it doesn't distinguish you from your competitors. It's just noise. And over time, that creates even bigger problems. Small tweaks get made, messaging drifts, media gets adjusted, different people in the company start saying different things. Now everyone's confused, including the market. And eventually, people don't know what to think. And when that happens, the price becomes a deciding factor because there's nothing else to hold on to. And that's a real bad place to be. You also start burning through money, trying different campaigns, different platforms, different ideas, the operative word being trying. Maybe you bring in another group. They promise web traffic, but that doesn't work. Why? Because the wrong people are doing the clicking and you're paying for it. Nothing really sticks. So the conclusion becomes marketing doesn't work. But that's not true. Marketing does work. It's just that the strategy wasn't clear. And to be fair, it's not entirely the company's fault. There's a lot of noise out there, a lot of misinformation. Everyone's repeating the same nonsensical mantra. The loudest wins. But the truth is, when positioning is right, everything changes. The message becomes obvious. The work has direction. The creative almost starts designing itself. You can feel the shift from force to flow. It wants to be something. And when that happens, the right people respond. Now it's deliberate, predictable, and it builds. Over time, people start to see you differently. You're easier to understand, easier to trust, easier to remember. And instead of chasing attention, you're earning it. This is why positioning must come first. Before campaigns, before content, before listening to that not so brilliant idea that someone in the company is excited about. Because all marketing does is amplify what's already there. If it's strong, it becomes powerful. If it's not, it gets exposed. Companies usually revisit positioning because they feel compelled to ask that question. Does this really reflect who we are? That's the moment to reevaluate, not to do more, not to double down, and certainly not to chase. It's time to get clear. And at the end of the day, positioning creates clarity. It gives everything a place to stand, a position to stand. When that's right, the work hits and the money flows. And if it's consistent, it compounds. Choose clarity.